Welcome to this channel. The channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So this morning I received a message from one of our friends. And so today I like to reply it. Okay. So this friend is asking me, is there any Zhan Zhuang posture in Wing Chun? So today I like to share with you on this. Is there any Zhan Zhuang posture in Wing Chun? So that you all know what is going on. So our friend is from Portugal. And over here, he said that, your name is like Voldemort in Harry Potter. You can pronounce it in the world of Wing Chun. But I know why, because you tell the truth, how things are, and Wing Chun has been degrading more and more. Well, actually, many friends have told me that I am like the Voldemort in Harry Potter. So let me share with you. There are many Wing Chun friends told me that they try to practice what I share in this channel in their school, in their Wing Chun school. And it turns out that their teacher is also watching my channel. So the teacher let them do what I share here without telling other people. So the teacher said, oh, like John, do it that way. He's free to do it that way, telling the classmate. So that is the Harry Potter's Voldemort, right? As in Harry Potter is like you know who, right? Everybody is refer to you know who, right? Well, it's okay to be Voldemort because the bottom line is to educate so that everybody really develop your skill. The most important is everybody in Wing Chun be able to develop their skill, disregard of lineage or school. That is the only way to guarantee Wing Chun getting better and better. You need educations, okay? So either you call me Voldemort or Darth Vader. Some people call me Darth Vader. Some even send the mask of Darth Vader to me, saying that I'm a half man, half machine. Well, that's okay. That's good. Thank you. Now let's talk about is there any Zhan Zhuang posture in Wing Chun? You need to be careful. Okay. What I'm sharing here is Wing Chun 1850. It is very important because there is two types of Wing Chun in the world, in the history. One is Wing Chun 1850 and another is Wing Chun 1870 until today. Wing Chun 1850 is a unique art, have its own uniqueness. While Wing Chun 1870, where we see all the lineage today, is actually a development in 1870 by the Qing, the pro-Qing opera member. So Wing Chun 1850 is the anti-Qing opera member which is developed. And Wing Chun 1870 is actually developed by the pro-Qing opera member, meaning that opera is supported by the Qing government. Okay. Now at 1870, the reason why we today have all this Wing Chun is Wang Chun stuff and the argument is because at the 1870 era, the creations of Wing Chun, the three sets and the wooden dummy, actually is based on a small fractions of 1850s Wing Chun, mixed with the Shaolin Wang Chun. Okay, like the wooden dummy. Where is this from? Shaolin Wang Chun stuff. Okay, so that's why after 1870, you can see all this argument in writing since 100 years ago until in Hong Kong, until today, even in Europe and all around the world. Wing Chun is Wang Chun, those kind of stuff. So this is what happened in history. It is a reality. You like it or not, it is a reality. But do not mix up with the Wing Chun 1850, which is a completely different thing. Okay, so in this channel, we talk about Wing Chun 1850, not Wang Chun, okay? And not the 1870 Wing Chun. Now, Zhan Zhuang is a northern Chinese saying. In the southern China, Zhan Zhuang is called Zhat okay? So you call it Zhan Zhuang, you call it Zhat whatever, okay? It's the same thing. It's based on the, are you from northern, have their northern Chinese language, or are you from southern, you speak Cantonese? Okay, it's like you have the same thing in Germany, you might call it different way. In Portugal, you might call it in a different way, right? That's all what it is. It is about the same thing. Now, in the 1850s Wing Chun, the first thing, the first teaching in the Wing Chun basic is to stand in a equal shoulder stance. So the writing, the classical writing of 1850 Wing Chun, when you want to practice Xiu Lim Tao, the first thing you need to master, to learn and master, to be skillful with, to develop your skill is this. Focus the intention, union with the awareness while standing in the equal shoulder stance. That is the Wing Chun Zhan Zhuang or Wing Chun Zhat Ma. Today, everybody using the Zhan Zhuang because people refer to Tai Chi, Bagua, Xing Yi, Yi Quan. Those are northern, the martial arts, modern Chinese, northern Chinese martial art. This is from Canton, the southern martial art. And this is what it is within the Wing Chun 1850s, which you must learn. First thing, how does it look like? It's like this. That is the Wing Chun Zhan Zhuang, Wing Chun 1850. Wing Chun 1870, you don't see this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the Wing Chun standing pose, which is the first thing you need to train in the Xiu Lim Tao set. And the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao set is not the 1870 Shilin Tao sets. Okay, now there's a lot of thing here. It's not just standing there talk about qi, talking about all the jing magic and all this kind of thing, or my ancestor or story. No, it is completely a lot of thing inside there. It got to do with your breathing, your how you're handling your body, how do you handling your mind. Remember, say here, focus the intention. That's about your mind. Union with the awareness. That's your awareness, not your thinking anymore. While standing in the equal shoulder stand. This is physical. Now, if you really want to learn this, I suggest you go read the Decoding Wing Chun. Do it at laying down. Develop it laying down. And then using sport fitness tracker to track that, you'll be able to get there laying down. Now, like in the Decoding Wing Chun book say, only after this you experience what it is in your body, in your mind, in your breathing, then you want to carry the experience standing up. And you have to struggle, because when you're standing up, your body will be very difficult to handle in comparison with when you're laying down. When you're laying down, you can let it go. Let the body do its job. But when you're standing up, all this joint, you can load it out. If you load it wrongly, you are not going to get anything. Okay? That's why in the world today, everybody talk about internal, everybody talk about qi, everybody talk about Zhan, but you seldom see them really have developed the skill or accomplished whatever the development. Okay? So we don't want to do that. We want to let everybody develop the real thing. Do it laying down first. Make sure you check everything, scientific verified. You're standing up, and then you slowly get it. And if you have questions after you read the book and so forth, you can ask me like these friends. I'm here to educate. Sure, I'm not making any money, but this is important. Okay? If you develop the skill even at laying down, not at standing yet, just that, you can help your health. When you're tired, when you're sick, to help you recover. We all need those kind of things in these days, okay, for our health. So you need to get this book, okay? And that's why I wrote it. And this is the standard reference for all those who is serious in practicing Wing Chun here on. So you know scientifically what is going on, and you'll be able to know about you'll be able to know that the Zhan is belong to this area for cool down or warm up for deep recovery. Okay, and also you'll be able to know how you need to breathe properly. You know about your intra-abdominal pressure. You need to read the book. Okay. When I say read the book, it's not just read. You read it, you take note, and then you might want to do the experiment in what it is saying in the book, and you experience it, and then you go back and forth until you develop the skill. It's not just read the book, okay? If you have any questions, just come to this channel and like this friend asking me, okay? Now, one thing I want to tell you, to share with you, since we have talked about the 1850s Wing Chun and the 1870 Wing Chun. So, the 1850s Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao, it have a name Xiu Lim Tao. This is a long set with the whole entire system. 1870, it has this Xiu Lim Tao, which is just one of the three sets, the Xiu Lim Tao Chongqiu Biuji. These are completely different stuff. The 1850 Xiu Lim Tao is the essence of details training, meaning you need to know all the details inside out. Your body, your mind, your breathing, all details inside out. The 1870 is called Xiu Nim Tao. This is leader idea or leader thought. To be exact, let me share with you. This Nim in Chinese, it is called the present, your present mind. Your present mind. So what does it present mind mean? Present mind means whatever is placing in your mind or in your heart. Okay, so Nim means whatever you present in your heart. Say you think about Jackie Chan. So you actually put the Jackie Chan in your heart. That is an example of Nim. So this is small Nim Tao. Okay. So it's literal idea it's translating to. And it's very different than the essence of detailed training. Okay. The Chinese culture cannot and is not like our Western thing, where if you look at something, you say, well, that's his philosophy. I have my philosophy. And then this is how I think. This is my way. Well, there's Western way. That's fine. The Chinese is not like that. That's why just now I share with you. 1850, it is Xiu Lim Tao. It means really clearly that it is the essence of details training. The 1870 is the leader idea or the image in your heart or your thought. It's completely different thing. Even though people, if you speak in Chinese, Xiu Lim Tao and Xiu Nim Tao, or Xiu Lim Tao, Xiu Nim Tao, it sounds the same, but it is billion miles away. Okay. So you have to know that, and don't confuse with all those Wing Chun and Wang Chun too. Wing Chun is praise the spring. Wang Chun is eternal spring. Now, so what is the meaning of Wing Chun? 1850 Wing Chun. The 1850 Wing Chun. Spring in 1820s, 1850s era in China, spring means opera, play, like your play. Romeo and Juliet is a play. Hamlet is a play. So Spring it means play. So what is this Wing Chun mean? Wing is singing. So Wing is a singing, Chun or spring is the play. So Wing Chun Queen, it just simply means really clearly, it is the martial art of those who sing the play. Those who sing the play is what? Is the actor. So Wing Chun Queen in 1850, 1820, it just means the martial art of those actors. At that time, there's no actress in China. It's only male play female roles, okay? So Wing Chun is belong to the group of the actor who play female role. That's why it called the woman's art, the female's art. It actually belongs to that group of actor. Okay? Don't get into this burning of Shaolin and blah, blah, blah. And you can have the Wing Chun and Mui Ji Sim. Those are stories created in the 1870 era after the people is turned to the Qing, meaning the opera becomes supported by the Qing government or Qing official. Those are the stories they based on the story fiction at that time. They create all the story. That's why today Wing Chun you have 10 zillion stories. All those stories is created in the era of 1870s or late 1860s. Okay. So we want to get it really straight. Sharp what it is. So Wing Chun Kin is the martial art of the play singer or the opera's actors or actor. That's all. Okay. Wing Chun is eternal spring. That is a different story. Okay. So you got it. One is the martial art of the opera actor. One, the Wang Chun is eternal spring. That's a completely different thing. But in 1870, the thing messed up until today, and you create more thing. And so we know today that the Taifa Min comes Wing Chun and the Zhan Wing Chun, they are all based on the 1870 Wing Chun. There's history evidence that they are writing there. We can track the writing in the history. Nobody need to argue. So why I want to tell you all this? As in the beginning, I told you already. What is the point to talk so much Chinese term and so forth, or Zhan or Qi, or Xiu Lim Tao, but we never really develop the skill. What is the point? What we want is to develop that skill, and we can enjoy it. If you know how to Zhan properly, you can enjoy it. When you are low, when you are depressed, you can go stand out there in the afternoon beside the sun, or in the waterfall, or beside the lake. And you can loosen up your body, relax your mind, and you can gain back your positive attitude. Or when you are sick, or when you're hangover, after the hangover, after the drunk, you wake up, oh man, my headache and so forth. I can use it to recover my body. After I take medicine, the doctor say, well, you better rest is the one. Then when you want to rest, you do what? You do Zhan Zhuang. I can laying down and do Zhan Zhuang. right? And then I can use this tracker to track it. So that's what I want to share with you today. Remember the book, no joke, the book Decoding Wing Chun. It is the only book in past 170 years since 1850 that clearly present you what is going on and more. Why? Because today we have sport tracker, we have sport science, very advanced. Our medicine today is much, much more advanced than 1850. So decoding Wing Chun is the entire thing of the 1850 presenting in the today's medical science, sports science, and technology. So the last sentence, you want Zhan Zhuang, why don't you train it? Maybe in, how about in 1 month, you got it? And you say, oh yeah, I know Zhan Zhuang. I can do it. People say, well, how can you do it? Well, take the tracker. You say, see, I get in. Let the scientific measurement is the judge. And only that way you'll be able to teach your student, isn't it? Otherwise, how the world you know that you're right? You can say, well, my Sifu said this, my Sifu said this, my Sifu said that. Well, how do you know you got it? I mean, it is a straightforward questions. Whether you get it or you don't get it, right? And if we really get the skill, if everybody really get the skill, then there's no such thing as, oh, mine is better than yours. Mine is more advanced than yours. I'm more authentic. There's no such thing. Why? You look at past 100 years. You have this Wing Chun, Wang Chun quarrels. You have mine more authentic quarrel. He is more authentic quarrel. All this stuff after 100 years, you can see nobody really got the skill. The simple Zhan Zhuang skill. What is the point? If you really put your heart to develop skill, you really develop it. And then you go deeper, deeper, deeper. Your mind will not be in, I'm more authentic. I'm the real Wing Chun. Who cares? Like me, if you tell me about meditations and everything, who's more authentic? I don't care. Why? Can you pass this? Measure your breathing, measure your heart rate, measure your VO2 max, measure your heart rate variability, measure your brain wave. Do you have it? So you pay attention only on what you develop. You don't pay attention for what other people say, and you don't need to compare with other people say. Because if I can do that with my body, I can only do this level. I'm not going to boast I'm here. I'm going to ask people or visit people who really become here already. Say, hey, I'm here. Can you please help me so that I can get up here? That is the constructive way. That is the proper way of education. Instead of everybody sitting down here and then keeping argue. My Sifu is better than your Sifu. Mine is more authentic than you. You can argue until 1,000 years later, everybody is still here. Nobody knows what the heck's going on. We don't want it like this now. We want to develop the skill. We want to get higher and higher, more advanced in our skill. And we want our skill, which we develop, turn around to help us in daily life, in daily living. Okay? And only that is meaningful, right? It's like you don't want to sit down there and say, I have the Mercedes-Benz 600. And then the other say, no, I have the 600S, which is better. But it's just talking, in a coffee house, in the cafe. Yet nobody really have even a Mercedes 200. What is the point? Let's go all get the Mercedes-Benz 200. If you work harder, you can get the 300. And then you can get the 600, and then you can get this S version. Let's have a real Mercedes-Benz, not stealing around all this wasting time. So this is what I like to share with you today. And sure, I know, it's better to put me invincible like the Voldemort in the Harry Potter, and you might gossip with your or sneak talk with your classmate. You know who say that. You know who, right? You don't have to mention me. The bottom line is that you develop that skill. And my decoding Wing Chun book is really, really important. Actually, it's very cheap compared with how much I have to pay, how many years I have to go through to know whatever I wrote in that book. And I have to walk my talk to write that book.